What is up, folks? This is Acid Rootz Wired. So welcome to the first episode of this YouTube channel. I mean, it's been waiting in the wings for a while, but yeah, welcome to basically like a development of the world of my music channel. And I kind of felt like it needed some extra things about it, just because as much as I talk about music, I didn't want it to become like just an entertainment channel. So if you happen to enjoy my Eminem reviews, Snoop Dogg reviews, Dr. Dre reviews, Tupac, Nelly, maybe not Nelly, but Tech 9 reviews and that sort of stuff, here's some extra bonus stuff for things like that. I kind of figure that this is going to be within the same territory, and it simply, I mean, it needs more extra stuff to kind of go along with it. So that's like the main thing. That was the goal that I had in mind, and so yeah, so I'm going to continue to do the reviews and such, but I want to have like some extra stuff just so you know what's up with me in some of my spare time. It is what it is, you know. So I might do like the occasional review on this channel. The whole thing about it is I made this channel last year and I don't really know as far as like what I'd want to do. So that's the kind of thing. I know I wanted to play like certain games I used to play back in the day, like this game and Rise to Honor, which I'm going to do that game, but for the most part, these, I guess you could say, Let's Plays about them are not going to be, like, taken seriously. If I do more, you're lucky that you got more. That's how I'm going to look at it, because, I don't know, I have plenty on my plate, and it's the same stuff with trying to do reviews. It's just, I don't have the concept of doing daily videos down. So it's just going to be kind of, I mean, Acid Rootz Wired. It's very much, you like the content, then watch it. That's how it's going to be treated, because, yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of the thing, you know, you look at some of this stuff and you just have to be able to say, I mean, yeah, I can beat the bouncer. It's not that difficult. I just would have to figure that, I mean, it took me a while. I've owned this game since about 2014 or so, and that's kind of the thing, is I basically got to this boss, wasn't able to take care of him. That's the thing, he always whipped my ass back in the day, and then this randomly last year, I probably should have made this video last year, but I wanted it to kind of circulate a little bit, so that's what I was aiming for. But I suppose I'd have some extra stuff here, so this kind of happens to be a thing as far as just trying to talk about that, so but now you get to see like the true ending and the sort of stuff that's going to happen on this sort of thing. So just trying to think of what else is up. Trying to think of what reviews I have planned. This might be a good place for you to kind of get some banter from me as far as the sort of reviews I want to do. Like, I do want to review the new Trippie Redd album. He has like a rock-based album that was kind of helped produced by Travis Barker. And then MGK just dropped like some song. I forget what it's called, but it's like has like some cat named Corpse on there, and I like that. So it's just kind of, I mean, I'm glad that MGK continues to be on point. That's definitely like the thing, is I'm glad that he continues to have like I mean, I just like the fact that his track record is improving, and it's been that way since 2018. This is the 4th year in a row that it seems like he's on the upswing still. So, I mean, I didn't like Blue. I got a couple records. I mean, I really felt like that was just more pop, but you get the idea. So, and then it's getting difficult to talk about Marilyn Manson. I don't know how much more I'm going to review of his music. I mean, he really needs to recover somehow, and I don't know how exactly that's going to happen. I'm just trying to really figure out as far as what to do. But if you're trying to pay attention to this game, if you want me to talk about it a little bit, so I basically did the whole game with Volt, the big the biggest guy right there, and the thing about it is I just didn't level up the rest of the characters because I figured that it was going to be him just because he has the most health to begin with. But if you have like a couple friends, you can actually play through this whole game with 3 players, which is a kind of strange concept. I mean, it's not something that happens very frequently, but definitely glad that it did. That's because this was one of my favorite PS2 games back when it first came out. I mean, it's such a short game, never had any sequels, never had anything like that, but it's still fun to play. I like these kinds of games. A 3-player co-op game is dope. But this is kind of the thing. But yeah, they need to do this with like Final Fantasy VII. They need to just make like Cloud and Barrett and maybe one other of them cats to sit there and play with 2 or 3 people or something. That'd be pretty sick. I think Final Fantasy VII at this point can be taken out of just a role-playing game territory. You know what I mean? That would totally work. So. He's just drifting in space. I mean, even the setup to this game makes it feel like there's going to be a sequel somehow. That's just kind of the situation.
Your death is avenged.
But yeah, so like I was trying to say earlier, I really don't know what direction that Acid Rootz Wired is going to head in. I mean, I might do more than video games. There might even be like the occasional review that's going to come out. I mean, this is kind of the thing. This is like the opening, the kickoff towards a whole new window and plane worth of information about like this saga that I've created for Acid Rootz. That's kind of the thing, is just trying to figure out what else I want to do with it. I mean, the last time I really made YouTube channels, it's been a while, so this is kind of like a new thing. My premiere
When we grow old,
video and such.
the same.
I'll tell her when the time comes. But until then, I want her to live a normal life.
Yeah.
Yep,
Maybe you're
just
right.
hungry. That's really what I'm thinking right now, is I need to figure out some sort of meal
Okay,
to make.
I'm coming.
But yeah, and that's the thing about this game. I mean, you pay attention to the fact that it's called the Bouncer. That's the reason why they can fight, is because they're bouncers. You kind of forget about the concept of a bouncer. I like how they... I mean, that Scion dude, or Sion, I don't know how you say his name, but the smallest dude, he's not very believable as far as being a bouncer.
How's it going, Dominique?
I'm doing all right. Actually, I'm doing better than ever before.
Middle dude, it's kind of like he could probably scrap, but it's mainly Volt that seems like the most believable
Lately,
bouncer,
you've been
because most of
looking
the
a lot
time,
kinder,
especially
Volt.
when you see them in movies, the bouncer is
Oh, that
typically
can't
like
be
6
good.
foot, 6'2",
Why?
rippling muscles,
lose my
tattoos, maybe
job, you
bald,
know.
sunglasses, some
At
shit
least
like
you're not
that,
scaring
you know.
away the customers.
But
What's
it's
the
kinda
point
the
of being
thing.
a bouncer if the bar's empty?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So don't change anything. You got that, Volt?
Sion, maybe you were
Sion,
right after
yep.
all.
Does this bar have room for another bouncer?
Echidna.
They hired you as a bouncer. I should be more than qualified for the job.
So, I'm trying to think
I thought
of
I told
like,
you to settle down and lead a normal life.
Show me a man who is stronger than me, and maybe I will.
Aina.
Don't call me by that name. My name's Echidna.
Fine.
I almost
But
think
you're
I
right.
should have done like a full playthrough of this, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. It'd be kind of tricky. It makes me wonder if I could wind up whipping this game like I did before. I just kind of drifted through it back in the day. I just would get drunk and do it the whole damn thing. I was just sauce playing through this game, and I had fun with it. It's like the whole thing is just doing that. But now the credits kick in. And really, folks, if you want to tune out at this point, there's not much that goes on here. I think it's just going to be me talking through the credits, kind of like in a movie or something. But I wanted to see the exact end of this game, because I was so stoked about actually completing it. I was like, nope. And obviously, by the time you see the credits, but this is so random. Just the way, I mean, the ending was basically, I mean, video games nowadays, they take like 20 minutes or so to finish, but this was just like a 3-minute ending, and that was it. But so this is kind of the thing. I need to hop on Instagram, see what's up with it, you know. Some of the people I follow on there are like T-Pain and Lil Debbie and Wiz Khalifa and some of them people. Just gotta check in and see what they're up to. I don't know, I need to do more stories. I mean, maybe you'll see some stories. I might definitely do that. Like I was saying, maybe MGK stories will pop up in here every now and then, but it's not, he doesn't always do something interesting. That's kind of the thing. I mean, you have to literally be following him like every day, because I do have a couple up on the Acid Rootz channel, but it's just not frequent enough. So, but he does have that Corpse song, or that song with Corpse. I think Daywalker, that's what it's called. I'm like, yep. I just like the name of that. I don't know what he means by Daywalker, but it sounds like he. The way I look at daytime is that this is a vessel for getting money to go crazy during nighttime. That's what it should be used for. Mornings are non-existent. Evenings are kind of like Dracula. You start waking up around the evening time. That's the way you gotta take it, man. I swear. But I don't think I will do Grand Theft Auto, so don't hope that I'm gonna wind up doing like San Andreas or Vice City. Those games gave me problems. I mean, it's mainly Vice City, it's the boating missions. San Andreas is kind of like the plane missions and that sort of stuff. I couldn't believe that, you know, CJ was just had the capabilities to fly like a jet plane and stuff. I mean, the scope of that game, if you were to take that in real life and make a movie of it, that some random thug that was just probably in his early 20s would just across a couple years or a few months would be able to fly a jet plane. I mean, that's crazy to be able to do that. And that chick sounds like Mariah Carey. That's the kind of scream that she kind of gets going. Sounds just like her. Sounds like something from 1997, you know. One of her songs off Rainbow or Glitter or something like that. But damn it, my headphones keep getting stuck. I don't like that because it jerks my head. So, yep, this is from the creators of Final Fantasy. In case you're wondering, they do have other good games. I recommend this game to, if you just really, this is the first time you've ever seen or heard of this game, I would definitely say go check it out and then bring a couple friends along so you can play it with them. That's the whole thing. You've got a whole, I mean, it's a pretty decent game. I'd say it'd probably take like a couple weekends. Like if you play it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then come back to it next Friday, Saturday, and play it again, it'd probably take 2-3 weekends, something like that. It's a good way to knock out a month, and it's dirt cheap. It's probably only like $7 to get it, so it's like there's no excuse to not play this game at this stage. It's a classic PS2 game, so I remember it. That's the thing, I knew about this game. So you could say, well, I'm just here for Fight Night and I'm just here for Madden. It's like, no. You gotta be able to, I mean, Urban Cat's gotta be able to play more than just Madden. I mean, especially that was like 2006. It's 2021. You need to be knowing like the extra stuff that's worth kind of putting in a PS2. I mean, even if you suck at video games, it's not the point. You play it 20 times, you get 50 game overs, then it's like, okay, it's starting to kind of sink in. This is kind of the thing. You know, these are, I mean, if you didn't catch, I mean, that Echidna chick was Bolt's girlfriend. You know, so that was kind of the thing. The chick at the end. So it's all this, but it's kind of. A little bit more emotional than I would have expected. I mean, this just doesn't fit the game that well. And they're showing puppies, and I don't even get what's going on here. The whole thing. I guess that's the chick that Sion rescued and stuff. It just is like, hey, you know, we could spend time with our dogs now. A little bit more dramatic than I remember. That was kind of strange. But now you can go through and play again, but there's nothing else left to really do. So I made sure to save just in case, because I didn't want to. I don't remember what else is left. I mean, really, yeah, I just don't know. I think there's like some sort of extra mode where you can just keep fighting enemies until you die or something. But the real meat of the game is the story mode. That's the funnest. That's the funnest part. So, especially if you have a couple buddies along for it. I mean, it can be fun playing by yourself, but just the fact that it's co-op shows that they knew it would be fun that way. So, alright, so that basically takes care of it. This is the premiere video just about for Acid Rootz Wired. There's going to be more stuff, but just don't hold your breath because I don't know the directive as to how it'll go. So, alright.